Now we will put in the value a list pose the value that it's already taken in a list pose -1. We said that the pose is 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0. So the index of a list 0 is 9. So we're putting 9 in index 1. Then we will continue to the variable pose now. It's equal to the pose before that is still 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Now variable pose takes number 0. We always repeat the while loop until the pose is 0. Now we'll get out from the and while by writing and while. And then we are putting in variable a list pose. The pose is now 0, so we are putting in index 0 the current value that is 5. So the new list is like this now. And then we will continue to next index. We mean by it that we're adding the index 1. We re-go to for loop. For index equals, now it's 2. Since it was 1 and we added 1, so now it's 2 to list length -1. Now we're putting in the variable current the value of a list index. The index now is 2, so the value on index 2 is 4. So we're putting value 4 in variable current and we're putting in pose the index number 2. Now we will enter to while loop. While pose that it's 2 greater than 0, this condition is true. And a list pose -1, it's 2 minus 1, then the answer is 1. A list that has the index 1, which is the value 9, is 9 greater than current that it's 4? It's greater than the two conditions are true and we enter the loop while. We're putting in a list pose. We said that pose is 2. So we're putting in index 2 the value of a list pose -1. 2 minus 1, we said it's 1. So the index 1 is 9. We are putting in index 2 the value 9. And then we change the position. It's pose equal 2 minus 1, it's 1. The position now is 1. So we will keep repeating the loop until the pose is 0. Now while pose that it's 1 greater than 0, this condition is true. And a list pose -1, it's 1 minus 1, the index 0. The value on index 0 is 5. Is 5 greater than current that is 4? Yes. So we will enter the loop while. We put in a list pose which is 1. On index 1, the value that it's found on a list pose -1, 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So the value in index 0 is 5. So we're putting in index 1 the number 5. And then we will continue to pose equal pose -1, it's 1 minus 1, so it's 0. So we will end the loop while now. And we put in a list pose. Now the pose we said it's 0, so we are putting in index 0 the current value that is 4. And then we will move to next index. We are adding the index 1. So now the index is 3.